Tactical shooters are becoming a dime a dozen. Bland, realistic, and out of touch. Sadly, that's just how the genre is nowadays, and considering the original tactical shooters were something to praise because of its technical skills and different pace against the running around like a crack addict and shooty brain go woozy kind of games, it was nice to slow down, be more methodical and thorough. But as of recently, a lot of games don't hit that mark anymore. Siege started out just fine and then died out because of bad updates and backlash they've done for said updates. And a few other tactical shooters came out like Gray Zone, Insurgency Sandstorm, but they never really stuck. I lost all hope for the genre, but it came back when I found out about a game called Due Process.
It's all about humanity.
There's one near me. Lumina Dark Boss dead. Nice. Pulling this door that's wide open.
Both there on ping. I couldn't fucking see with the recoil.
Good try.
Oh my god. I would say this game is what Rainbow Six Siege would have been like in an alternate timeline where the teaser became the tone and pace of the game. A real tactical shooter. Maybe add some 80s retro style to it and make it much more pixelated. Then you have this. Everything you use it.
Alright, everyone ready?
No.
Remember to quiet walk through vents. Hit control while going through vents.
Yeah, control through
So
vents.
you don't get fucking pinned.
Let me know when you're ready to shoot this now. Go.
Okay.
Nice, dead. I got the guy, I got him. See, this is what I wanted. Something new, yet had the full idea and foundation of what the tactical shooter is supposed to be. Slower pace, much more methodical, and very heart-pounding still, yet it's only in a certain moment of time. All plays perfectly in this futuristic / cyberpunk aesthetic, which by the way is a fan favorite of mine. And after playing 10 plus hours of the damn thing, it's good.
Breach the back over here, it sounds like. Yeah, they breached over here.
Shed. I'm pushing.
Push. Clip them. 200. Full up.
Hit one. Hit one with a good... Oh.
Flash. I got a flash on him. He's dead. One of them. I throw smoke. I'm pulling back. I have to pull back. Damn, those MVGs are popping off with this map. Shit. Last is on the bomb. Nice.
Good kill. Nice. Some Mike
My
isn't even picking up what he's saying.
But why is it good? Well, it's not just because the game was dirt cheap for a limited time, around, 89 cents. It helped, but it wasn't because of that. It was actually because the gameplay is vastly better in comparison to all the other tactical shooters I've played so far. And I've played a lot of tactical shooters. Now, it's gonna sound familiar. It's a round-based game where you and 4 other teammates go against 5 players to either defuse or defend the bomb at the site. Sounds familiar, right? But stick with me because it's a little different, but it still has the foundation of a tactical shooter. First of all the maps are randomly generated by a preset of areas, meaning each map has no real power position that can be metafied or used by, and there's no real line of sight that can be abused like in some other games. The second thing, which is also coinciding with the first one, is you have a drawing board at your disposal to showcase what your plan of attack is. Obviously, someone is bound to draw some dicks here and there, but it's actually important to have this because you have to plan your attack and make your due process. I'll see myself out. And the final thing is your loadout is a limited resource between your teammates. You have an armory on both defending and attacking phases with limited amounts of weapons and gadgets that you can use. They don't respawn. If you use them one round, they won't come back. I find it interesting because it brings up something I think more tactical shooters should bring to the table, which is limitations. Now that does sound absurd, but hear me out on this. Let's say, for example, you have multiple ways to getting onto this map, but if you decide to use all your resources on one singular map, the other maps are going to be much harder to get into because all the gadgets that you use the first round cannot be used in the second round. So this brings up teamwork and mental checks of what you have for resources, which I like, because this pushes for a different style of gameplay that I think normally tactical shooters should have, which is actually being methodical and thoughtful of what resources you're using to go onto a map. Instead of just the gameplay of let's blow everything up and push in fast, it's okay, what items should we use on this map? Where shall we place them to clear out the site? And there's a lot more to it than just that. It's what should you bring for the first round? Should I use this blowtorch to sneak in and turn off the lights? Could we break the door with this charge?
2, 1.
Or should we go through the vents and slowly and surprise the enemy? There are many ways to break in certain parts of the map, and the right plan of attack makes everything much more interesting instead of lean peeking left and right like I'm a snake listening to music. Then this brings up an idea that this is more of a chess game in a sense, where you have to keep track on what the enemy is using per round to make sure that you know if the next round they don't have, let's say for example, a breaching charge, the only way they can enter through is through the doors that can only be busted down with a kick. Knowledge in this game is key, and knowing what your enemy has is a huge advantage. And also, let's not forget, every single map is not the same. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is they're procedurally made maps, but they have preset parts of said maps so that people can still have a familiarity to them. Now, each map also has a unique trick to them. For example, Bank. Bank has a switch that the attackers have to turn on in order to get into the vault to stop the bomb from blowing up. Kill Dome, which is my favorite map, has a drawbridge and other obstacles like the pit that you need to avoid. I hear you. Oh, he's dead. Oh, back up.
Bro, how did I fall?
But the cool thing is that every single map has a light switch. You turning this off as a defender, if the attackers don't have NVGs, they have to use their flashlights or use their senses to be able to get a kill in the map. Planning, setting up, and executing said plan is what makes this game so damn fun. It is so fun to actually communicate with your teammates on where you want to go and how you want to do things. It is phenomenal work what they've done so far with this game. Now, other things to note, they also have something I like to call the 80s fever, where they really have cheesy outfits, synthwave music in the background, and or a cyberpunk aesthetic that was popularized back during that time. Think RoboCop or Judge Dredd. Seriously, it's phenomenal work, art style, music, aesthetic. Everything about it has flair that makes it feel like it's fun to jump into the world of Due Process. However, the world of Due Process is a little up in the air right now. So the story goes that the original dev team was making this game and trying to do the best they can, but because of low player counts and low money and low funding, and sadly that's just how the business is. However, a volunteer workforce who has worked on the game before had came out with this update and has brought many players back and even some new ones. I myself are one of the 2,000 people all-time peak that have started playing, but I've seen a lot of other people out there with different levels that are above 300, if not at 4K. There are big fans of this game because it is fun. However, volunteer work comes at a price of uncertainty. Will they stick to their guns and make this game have a great comeback? Or the better question is, does this game deserve a comeback? if they continue on making content like this and make more weapons or different changes to map pools or different things that players can try out, I can see this game being worthwhile. Sadly, the price did go back up to $15 as I'm making this video, but I bought this game at 89 cents. Was it a steal? Yes. Should I have let you know about this game? Absolutely. However, I also think that devs should get their money's worth for the amount of work that they have put in. But I'm hoping that they make this game worth the price tag. I mean, it's better $15 spent over here than on some VR games lately, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, my final thing to say is this. There are some gripes I have with the game. You know, first of all, I feel like the hit registration can be off sometimes. I feel like there's not enough ways for me to know if I hit someone. So it is tactical, yes, but if it's arcadey enough, I would like to get maybe a hit marker or some indication that I have hit someone, so I feel like I know I did something instead of just praying that my bullets actually hit them and not feeling like they didn't hit them at all. Second thing, I would like a report button for the enemy team, because some people I have met in the game chat sometimes can get a little quirky. Let's just say that. Some things they say are a bit ridiculous, and I would like to find a way to report them instead of just trying to report them through the Steam page. If there's a way to do that, I'd be much appreciative of that. Now, one last thing, and I know this is going to be a big thing to ask, but I want to try it out at least if the devs are listening, is to make the maps a bit darker when you turn off the lights. I feel like MVGs are kind of useless because some, if not most of the maps, don't have enough dark areas for the MVGs to be used well. But then again, I've only played Kildome, Bank, Factory, and Gas Station. So by far, I don't really know exactly if the MVGs are going to be worthwhile on just these maps alone, or if there's other maps out there that are worthwhile with MVGs. I'll just have to wait and see. But if there's a way to balance out the darkness and the lightness of the game, that would be cool. But I believe that is it for me, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your day. This game is phenomenal, and getting out of the VR niche, finally, after quite some time now, has been worthwhile to me, I'll be honest with you. And the reason why I say that is because VR is very slow during the wintertime and even the springtime. Hopefully with this new VR showcase coming up here in about, I don't know, a few days, we'll see something that's going to be worthwhile and something that'll pique my interest. But anyways, that is it for me. Deuces, take care, everyone.
I hit him once. If you hit him in the body, he's dead.
lit.
They're not gonna win anyway. Just kill his ass.
Nice try.
Chat.
Chat, what happened? Chat, what the fuck?
Chat.
It's all good.
Chat,
Come
do
next
not
round.
clip it.
Chat, please do not post that on Reddit, please.